Hello, hope everybody's doing well. I'm looking for chapter 4 here. I got my chapters numbered. There's 6, there's 5. Chapter 4. My book is worn out. This is a story of the Soft Rain, a story of the Cherokee Trail of Tears. We're on chapter 4. Soft Rain's family, remember the teacher got her letter and school ended for all the children. And they're Green Fern and Soft Rain, they're all worried about going west, being removed from their home in North Carolina because the government and the people don't want them there anymore. Not all the people, but some of the people. And so they're going to have to, we'll find out what happens to them. So now we're going to talk about chapter 4, planting Selu. Now, Selu is the Cherokee word for corn, okay, which was very important to the Cherokees. It's a good food source for them, and they used everything they made. They took the husk and stuffed beds and made cornbread from the meal and all kinds of things. Made dolls. So let's read chapter 4 here. We will not move west. We didn't sign the treaty. Soft Rain woke with a start. Her father's voice was louder than she had ever heard it. Let those who signed the treaty move west. We will not leave our beloved mountains or this home we built. It's the time of the first new moon. The field is ready. Tomorrow I plow. Quiet followed father's outburst. Then Soft Rain heard her mother say, after the plowing, we'll all help plant the beans and Sulu. Sleep now before we disturb the children. Next to Soft Rain, Hawk Boy's bed creaked as he stirred in his sleep. Soft Rain curled herself into a ball, pulling the blanket tightly over her head. Move west. There were those hated words again. Little John had thrown his book away after he heard them. Green Fern had called the West the land of blackness, where the souls of the dead go. The teacher had cried when she told the class about moving. Why would any Cherokee go there? Father had said they had no time to think about it, yet he was using his sleeping hours to discuss it. Did he mean they should not think about it during the day? Soft Rain fell into a restless sleep, trying to untangle her confused thoughts. In the morning, Father was gone. Soft Rain smelled the freshly baked bread that Mother had prepared for the noon meal. I can take Father his food today, she volunteered. Wash yourself first, Mother said. Pet, the puppy, followed. Soft Rain took the creek. The moss on the bank was cool, but not so cool as the water. Soft Rain waded in cautiously, taking a deep breath. She bent over, splashing water on her face. Pet splashed too. Ah! She screamed at the puppy. I didn't need any more water on me. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in a creek, but that water gets pretty cold. She jumped out of the creek, dried herself quickly, and ran home chasing Pet. When Hawk Boy passed her on his way to wash, Pet ran after him. She'll splash you, Soft Rain warned. Water can't hurt me, Hawk Boy shouted. It did, though. From inside the house, Soft Rain and Mother laughed at his screeches, but Grandmother laughed loudest. Hawk Boy is not as brave as he thinks he is, she said. When her brother came inside the cabin, Soft Rain giggled. You look cold. Did Pet splash you? That Pet is in trouble, but I splashed her too. Is it time to learn words yet? We haven't heard a story this morning, Soft Rain said. After Grandmother's story, the children and Pet took Father's food on the field. Then Soft Rain wrote words in the newly plowed earth until Hawk Boy grew more interested in gathering worms. For fishing, he said. Soft Rain shook her head. No fishing until the planting is done, she reminded him. We could play a short game of chokey, though, and I think that's like a lacrosse. That's their The game you play with sticks and stuff. She picked up a rounded stone and tossed it nearly into the grass. Hawk Boy found two sticks which they threw at the stone. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Hawk Boy found two sticks which they threw at the stone, trying to be closest to it or to hit the other stick. That could do neither. How do the Chungi players hit the rolling stones? Hawk Boy asked. So it kind of sounds like the game of our horseshoes, is what it sounds like a little bit. Father joined them. I'll show you, he answered. He tossed the stone so that it rolled along the ground, then quickly threw the stick after it, hitting the stone before it stopped moving. Astonished, Soft Rain and Hawk Boy laughed all the way home. The next morning, Soft Rain said, Time for a story, grandmother. But Father announced, The plowing is done, the field is ready. Soft Rain, we must all help. Stories can come later. Without protesting once, Soft Rain picked up her pouch and began filling it with cornbread. Father didn't know that she already felt she must help with the planting this year. She looked at grandmother. Does she understand how important it is to plant our crops immediately? Soft Rain wondered. There will be time for stories tonight, grandmother said. Of course she understands, thought Soft Rain. She hugged grandmother. Think of a good one for me, she whispered. And me, Hawk Boy added. Father carried the basket filled with corn. Soft Rain walked behind him, now and then picking up a kernel that spilled out. Hawk Boy walked beside Mother, leading Pet, and talking all the way to the field. I'll make the holes, Father said, handing a basket to Soft Rain. You and Hawk Boy place 5 kernels in each hole, and Mother will cover them. He started singing. Yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo. Everyone joined in, and the work seemed easy. Soft Rain stopped to stretch. When her back grew tired, while she drank from the water bag, she watched Hawk Boy try to drop in the kernel without having to bend over. They only occasionally landed in the hole. When Mother also paused to rest, Father said to Soft Rain, Go to grandmother, eat, and hear your story now, Hawk Boy. I can plant a whole row while they are gone, the boy exclaimed. Father laughed. I will help Hawk Boy. When I come back, I'll cover all the kernels you plant, Soft Rain told them. The rope holding Pet was wound tightly around a tree. She loosened it, and they ran home together, far ahead of Mother. And that finishes chapter 4. I hope you enjoyed it. Planting Sulu. Thank you for listening.